29 and 30. Thursday at 4 p.m.
Or on Philly Cam on demand. Peace.
Because her sister does have
right not up here.
Okay. She's the one who started writing. Carolyn came as a sibling and shared a poem with her older sister. Maybe she'd like to stop for a while. But Caroline says, no, me, I want to keep going. We're hoping her older sister will come back again. Sometimes it's a thing that siblings can share. A child who has disabilities gets so much attention and is taken to so many different therapies and doctors and all kinds of things that the sibling gets left sitting in the waiting room or doesn't get the same amount of attention and feels a little jealousy. So we feel that riding together or coming to the barn together is a good way for siblings to enjoy something and have fun together and give some attention to the other child. Let them know they're pretty special too. Children start their lesson in the arena, and we see what kind of day it is for the child and the horse. You know, everybody has a bad day. Horses do too. We start in there where it's enclosed and we know everything's safe and solid. See what kind of day it is for both of them. And if it's a good day and it's a student that has good balance, then we'll go for a walk through the property. Take the horse out of there and come walk to the backyard. We have 13 acres of ground, and as I said, my mother is next door. She has 1 acre. Cooper, we can't talk if you're barking like that. She has 1 acre. She's 96 and very much a part of the place, and she lets us use her backyard. So we'll take the child on the horse back through here. And we ask the students, use your powers of observation, use your vision, use your hearing. What kind of animals can you find? There are wild animals all around here. What can you find in that bamboo? Any raccoons? Any deer? Let's look. What can we find?
Oh, I see that, Ty.
There you go. So one of the things that therapeutic riding can do that will help children that have problems in school or problems with attention span and focusing is teach them to learn how to block out extraneous noises and really focus on something. So if they're concentrating to see an animal in there and they see that 7-foot giraffe, now they're focused. They're really looking at the giraffe. They don't even pay attention to that flock of geese flying overhead. Or the noise by that motor way across the other side of the pond. That helps them learn how to bring their attention span in one place, block out all the other barking dogs and other noises, so that when they're in school, all those other things aren't distracting them. And they learn how to focus, or if they're with mom and dad, they learn how to block things out and really pay attention and listen, keep their focus on the person they're working with. So we got a couple other animals in there. Way in there, kind of dark, too dark for the camera, is an elephant. And down low is a tiger. But the kids find it eventually. I'll bet if I pull some of this nice sweet grass, Kentucky bluegrass, they'll probably come over to see us.
All right.
Because they don't usually get out to eat this.
Wait, I want to pull some Kentucky bluegrass first.
Sure. Hi, guys. Jack and Jill.
Jack and Jill, the donkey.
Jack the donkey. Come here, Jack. Look what I have. Come on.
Like, yeah,
He said, you're not going to fool me. Last time he came over, I didn't have anything. Come here, Jack. Good boy. Come on, come see me. Come on, Jill. Come on. Come see me. Look what I have. I have good stuff. Jack is a true Sicilian miniature donkey. And he has the big, long donkey ears. Here you go, Jack. Come on. Oh, your horsey friend wants some. Okay. Come here, Jill.
Is it safe?
Safe to say hello? Yes. Not safe to walk in. Come on, Jill. Come here. Get some grass, sweetie. Jill has short ears, even though she's half donkey. She's half pony, so she looks a little more like a pony, but she sounds like a donkey. And Jack's in love.
Oh.
He said, I'm so glad you brought this girl for me. Here, Jill, look. Here, sweetie. Get some grass. See, I knew you wanted it. You just didn't want to come over and say hi. Come here, Jack. Come on, Jack.
Oh, you're beautiful. Look at you.
Chase you.
Yes, come talk to me.
Casey knows he's bigger than you are.
Nice fur coat.
Hello, Jack.
Girlfriend and boyfriend, they take care of the sensory trail, this is called.
Hello.
Casey is Lisa's horse. Lisa's
How are
the
you?
instructor. This is her horse. And she gives able-bodied lessons to veterans.
Okay.
A lot of veterans that are coming back with PTSD
Right.
come and they need a bigger, stronger horse. This
That's
guy
that
does
big,
that for us.
stronger horse right
Yeah.
there.
It's a good bit of horse, yep. And Big Daisy does too.
Yes, baby.
So when children come back here, we have them work on connecting with their senses. Sense of smell, sense of hearing, like I said, finding the animals in the bamboo. A child will ride on top of a horse, come up to these PVC pipes, and we'll hand them a ball, and they have to consider, okay, what color ball is it? And now I have to stretch out, even though I'm up on a horse, and put the ball in the right pipe, match up the colors, use my tummy muscles, and maintain my balance as I'm reaching out. Watch as it hits down in the bottom of the bucket, makes a splash. And then go to the other stations here. There's a bridge over the stream where the kids can hear the horses' hooves as they're walking on the dirt. Clunk, clunk as they go across the bridge. Clip, clop, clip, clop. As they get to the other side, there's some birdhouses up in the trees, and the kids can put their hand in the birdhouse. They can't look, but use your sense of touch. What's in there? Is there a bird in there? Is it an orange? A feather? An Oreo? Hide something good in the birdhouses. Then they go up to where the noodle maze is, way over there with the noodles, swimming noodles hanging down. Take your horse through the noodle maze. And on the very far corner, there's a tic-tac-toe game. Lean over, play tic-tac-toe with your teacher. But you're still on the horse, so you still have to use those tummy muscles as you're reaching out. Come across the stream, and this time you hear the horse's hooves going through the water. Splish, splash, splish, splash. And not only hear it, but feel the difference in your body as the horse you're riding is going on something hard like the bridge or something soft
Touch her.
like the sand pit up at the other end.
Oh, wow.
Steps off of the wood, the boardwalk, and goes down into the sand, and you ought to be able to feel that difference as that horse sinks down into the sand. And the last place is a pit that has river stones, little river stones, just to hear the difference. So this is all the sensory trail that involves your senses.
She telling you give her some grass. She done
Yes.
stomped her
What-
foot
what
at him
can I
and
pull out?
everything.
He says,
This grass?
Yep.
Yes.
yeah,
what
that's fine.
Kentucky's doing.
Too much? That's okay, just, yep, that's good. That takes some more. Jack's waiting for more. Aren't you, Jack?
Look
There
at
you go. That's my root. Oh, you decided to try some. Okay, why not? It's good. Here you go, Jack. Here you go. Okay, let's get some of the dirt out of it. The initiative was, we knew, my husband and I, now in our 60s and 70s, were getting too old to keep working in a hospital as a doctor and a nurse in labor and delivery at Crozier. And it was getting tougher to go in and deliver babies in the middle of the night and then have office hours the next day and operating room and all that. So it was coming closer to retirement time. We'd also bred horses here for 25 years, yet we knew, you know, we're getting old even to sleep in the barn overnight waiting for the babies to be born, and they don't call you to tell you the pains are 5 minutes apart. So you may be there for 3 weeks before that baby comes. So we said, okay, we need a new career. And I knew about a place in Malvern called Thorncroft. I had been there as a kid when I was 1967. When I was just finishing high school, I volunteered for them. And they had started a therapeutic riding program where they teach people with disabilities how to ride horses. And I said, there you are. The brood mares that are too old to have babies anymore, and the doctor and the nurse that are too old to sleep in the barn anymore, could take a whole new career for all of us. We could still have our horses right here on the farm, still love them, still give them a good play home, and still enjoy helping people. Because as a doctor and nurse in labor and delivery, we were there sometimes for that very first moment when it's so difficult when a parent finds out their child has a disability that may be a lifelong challenge for their whole family. And what devastation that is, what it means to that family. And now we can see a few years later, when they're old enough, we can help again, bringing them and say, you know, you can do the same thing any other kid can do. Just get up on that horse and have fun. Doesn't matter if you only have one arm. Doesn't matter if you can't stand up. We have a lift that can put you up on the horse. You can do anything anybody else can do, and you can do what you want to do if you work at it. So that's how it came about.
All right.
We'll bring the kids up to the music station. Play with some of the musical instruments. Listen to the chimes. Is the wind blowing very much today? Use your hearing. At the right time of the year, the sour cherry tree has sour cherries on it, and we'll give them a taste, their sensation of taste. Ah, that's sour. Why would you ever want to taste that? Well, if we put some sugar with it and make it into a cherry pie, it's a whole different thing. Go a little further, there are lots of weeds now, but in the springtime we have mint. We'll pull some peppermint and squish it and get them to smell it, and use your sense of smell. Smell that mint. That's what gives you a good flavor for your candy and your chewing gum. So they learn all about agriculture and learn about using their senses to appreciate the world around them. They're still good boys, and they're good for lessons. And the really interesting part about this bunch is the black and white one that looks kind of like a Dalmatian dog. His breed is called an Appaloosa, and you might not see it as much on the brown one, but he has spots on his butt as well. That breed all has those spots. And the black and white one is 17 years old and completely blind. Wow, and one of the best lesson horses we have. Everybody waits in line to get a ride on Zip. Zip was a very, very fancy show horse near Erie, Pennsylvania. And the people who had him in 4-H shows and pony club shows. Lots of kids took ribbons on him and all that. And as he got older, he started to go blind when he was 10, became completely blind by the time he was 12, but continued to show. And as he got older, they said, you know, we really should let him go on to a therapeutic place where kids who are blind will connect with him. And he'll have a little quieter life. But all we needed to find for him was a buddy, a level field, a buddy who would warn him if there was any danger around. We brought him here, or actually the people who donated him drove 6 hours down and 6 hours back to bring him to us, no charge. And we were thrilled to have him. They're wonderful people. And then we had another girl in the area who had the other Appaloosa there, the brown one, and she'd gotten too heavy and didn't feel comfortable riding her horse anymore. She got a bigger horse, kind of like Big Daisy. But she wanted him to have a good home, so she asked us if we would take him. And he'd been trained well enough that he'd make a good therapeutic lesson horse. And we said, there you are, there's the buddy for Zip. Put them together, and they've been good buddies from the minute they met each other. So Mr. Dibbs takes care of Zip. Zip's happy in his new home. They're both happy in their new home. And the girl who donated Mr. Dibbs drives a school bus for Garnet Valley. She said, I can drive by with my school bus and see him every morning and know he's being taken care of. So it really has worked out very, very well. They're both good lesson horses. On the other side of the fence, the closer horse that's brown that you may not be able to see too well right now was our breeding stallion. He's no longer a stallion. He's castrated, and the name for a horse that has been castrated is a gelding. He is now a gelding, but he still loves being on the farm. And his buddy on the other side of him is also a gelding. His name is Juanito. They were both born in the same year. here in this barn and grew up together, and they're both good buddies and good friends for therapeutic riding lessons.
Wow.
Juanito, in his younger days, I can't remember how old he is now, used to love to jump, and any child that got far enough along that they wanted to learn how to jump, Juanito was the man we went to. So the boys enjoy the fields back here, but we switch them around depending on the day. There's another field in front that's safe for Zip to go in. So Zip and his buddy will come back here for a while, and then after a few days we'll put them in the front where the girl can drive the school bus by and say hello. And thankfully we have really, really nice neighbors that don't mind having the horses. They're happy to have the open space. The house on the far side there had teenage children that came and volunteered for us. Morgan was probably not more than 90 pounds, but she would be here every single day from morning till dusk helping with the horses. And she went to a couple of horse shows, rode Juanito in a horse show, and then went off to college. She's an artist, and we really enjoyed having lots of the neighbor kids helping with volunteering.
This is awesome.
All of our neighbors have been very good to us. I forgot to tell you, even Jack pulls a cart.
Jack, you get Jack to work.
When these houses were built, we used to have the land all the way up to Matson Road here, but it just taxes were too high. As more people moved in and more schools needed to be built and all that, we couldn't keep it all. But we invited the new neighbors to come to a party and just meet the horses, learn what it's all about, and if you should ever see a horse in your front yard, what should you do? We've been very, very lucky. We have only had one and a half times that horses have gotten away. One time somebody forgot and left the gate open, and Juanito went up the front driveway, went right across Matson Road, and started eating the lawn over in the neighbor's yard. They called and we brought him back. And one other time, one of the newer volunteers didn't really have her techniques down too well, and she didn't shut the gate fast enough, and I think it might have been Jack got out, and instead of just calling to him or giving him a reason to come to her, she started chasing him.
And he started running.
That scared him, so boy, he just went the other way. But he just went to the end of the driveway, went to the neighbor's lawn, and she has that lawn company that keeps everything look beautiful, you know.
He was like, yeah.
Not a leaf anywhere. Well, Jack was in heaven. But we got him and brought him back, and those are the only times the horses have been off the property.
Oh, wow.
They really are very happy right where they are. And it's tough this time of the year because the grass doesn't grow as fast anymore, and they start looking at that lawn doctor lawn over there.
Like, I think the grass is green on the other side. That's where that came from.
That's where that came from. But we buy hay and feed them hay on top of what they have here. So they always have hay in the morning and hay at night, so that they're in good shape and not so hungry, not quite as interested in going to the neighbor's yard. We really haven't had trouble. I do have an electric fence. There's electric wire there. Primarily when we have a new horse in, and when the stallion was a stallion, we didn't want him knocking down fences to get to the girls.
The girls, yes.
So the electric fence isn't on now. But if we have a new horse and they're kind of developing their pecking order, squabbling with each other over the fence, we may turn that on so that they don't damage the fence or hurt each other. But once they've heard that fence or gotten zapped by it even once, from then on,
that was a learned
they have
lesson.
better hearing than we do. They know they can hear that tick,
if
tick,
it's on.
tick. They know it's on, and they don't go anywhere near the fence. If we had one that broke out or broke a fence, we would turn it on for a while and just remind everybody you leave the fencing alone. Isn't it nice? I love fall.
So serene.
This is the kind of day I would dream for. Yep. And even in the snow, we let them go out.
It's a different feeling, but it's still air, nature.
That's what we want people to be able to enjoy. We love nature, we love the open spaces, we love the horses. And horses can tell you so much about yourself. They know the minute you come, whether you're confident or not, whether you're afraid of them or not. And so a lot of kids come and learn how to be more self-confident by working with a horse. Children who have been in foster care or maybe been abused can come and learn how to develop enough self-esteem to say, hold on, this is my space. You're not allowed here. They walk Big Daisy, and they learn how to handle a 2,000-pound horse and have her walk beside and say, Daisy, you stay there, and I'm going to stay here. Now, don't you come over on me because I'll make you move away. When you go home and somebody tries to mess with you, it's easier to say, hang on, this is my space. No more. Go away. Need that confidence, and you can build it with a horse. Yes.
So where is Ride It Up located for the viewers?
Okay. All right.
County. I'm Tiggs.
I'm Rudi.
Check us out in Philadelphia.
Comcast 66 and 966 for Horizon 21 and 30. Thursday at 4 p.m.
Or on Philly Cam on demand. Peace.
One closer here is real interesting. I don't know if you can get a close-up, but on his neck, there's a white lightning bolt design. He just born that way. So the people who owned him, you got it, the people who owned him named him Potter. And Potter came and was donated to us at exactly the right time, and here's why. Potter's breed is a Tennessee Walker. And Tennessee Walkers have a little different way of going than other horses. Most other breeds, now you got to watch me a little bit. Most other breeds, when they're walking, they go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. When they go into a trot, which is the next fastest gait, they do diagonals. These two legs hit, then these two legs hit, and these two legs, so it's 2, 2, 2, 2, but it's very bouncy. When Potter came, because he's a Tennessee Walker, he goes as fast as a horse that trots, but he goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And he came right when we had a student who had had a brain tumor. And they took the brain tumor out, and he thought he was going to be fine once that cancer was gone. But he wasn't. He was falling every couple steps, even though he walked with a walker. He, like any other 10-year-old kid, wanted to go fast on a horse. It happened that he came as a student the same time they donated Potter as the horse for us. So he got to ride Potter. He was here about 2 years, and he started walking with a cane. Then he started walking with nothing, and he rode in a horse show all by himself. And his physician's assistant and his physical therapists were amazed at the difference in what his balance was like, what his walking was like, all because he rode a horse. It really made a big difference. It's so much more fun to come out here and ride a horse than sit in some physical therapy room saying, okay, do 15 sit-ups and then do this 20 times.
Yeah, and
Get on a
with
horse and have
machines.
fun doing it.
Yeah, so when you're working with machines, it feels a type of way, like a work. But when you're out here, it's such a serene atmosphere that it doesn't even seem like you're working. You're just enjoying it and enjoying being out.
It's also a good thing for people who have mental health problems because you feel stigmatized if you have to go have therapy. But I'm going to my riding lesson. Come connect with a horse, work with a therapist here, and you don't feel like you're getting therapy. You're just having fun. What? Up there are the Arabians. They're Arabian females. That's Kira and Nostrova. And the brown horse up by the fence is the oldest horse on the farm. And I think she's 30 now. She was one of our broodmares. We brought her here from Arizona. She was a very fancy show horse. She was the champion Western pleasure horse of New Jersey in her day. And you may have heard the term sway back. When a horse gets old, they have a sway back. It means their backbone kind of lowers a bit. And you might notice if you look at their backs, hers is a little hollow in the middle because she's older. But she's still a good horse to teach people how to learn how to groom them, how to brush them, take care of them, walk with them.
So she doesn't ride anymore.
She's a good girl. She can ride a little, but not a lot. And the one by the fence on the other side is actually her daughter, born here. And Nostrova also can give lessons. The one closer this way with the pink halter is Kira. And she is, I think, at the moment, the youngest horse on the farm. She is about...
She looked like a baby.
11 or so. I have a tough time remembering them all.
Look at her coming.
We had
She's like,
26
yeah.
born here, so it's
26
tough for me to
horses born
remember 'em
here?
all. Yeah, over the years.
Wow.
It's tough for me to remember the names and the ages. Here comes Kira, coming over to see who we are and what we want.
Oh, she gave her
Say
5
hello.
minutes. She was like, let me get a close up. Shake it out.
And there's the old girl Niata.
I got her.
A little slower coming over, but in
Is
her
it all right to touch
30s.
her too?
Pardon?
Is it all right to touch her?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Alright guys, we here. I think you really should come out here to go just hang with the horses. This is a place where you can be special and you can actually ride, touch horses, and you can actually learn from Miss Marcy, man. I mean, like, really. So come on down to All Riders Up Farm, train with the horses, learn about them, learn what species they are, learn about the area. They got bamboo, like you won't find this anywhere else. So thank you, Miss Marcy.
Thank you for
the
coming.
learning experience.
We would love to have some of your viewers come volunteer for us. Or if any of your viewers have disabilities, we can come help them have fun on a horse.
Alrighty.
All right.
Y'all heard that. This was Tiggs and Rudi's commentary. Join with What's Hidden in Miss Marcy's farm. Bye. I'm Tiggs. Check us out in Philadelphia.
I'm Cassie with 6 and 9. Lines 29 and 30. Thursday at 4 p.m.
Or on Philly Cam on demand.
Welcome to Mad Greeks. We've been in the University City for over 40 years. We have a wide variety of food and beer selection for eat-in and for takeout.